So I'm as I said briefly, real quick before, I'm a big proponent of building culture, good culture. And one of the things I had put up here, and we don't have to spend like nearly any time on this, but it would just seem to be a pretty good indication of where we've been heading for the past couple of years. And I need to make sure I put this, man.
Yeah.
Is this the same person who sold her farts?
No.
Hey, I work 11 hours a day on my feet. If anybody wants my ball sweat, let me know.
I'm sorry, guys. There's just no market for ball sweat. It's just the way it's
sexism at its finest.
It's not sexism. Who spends the most money on sexually involved things? It's not women. It's just the market.
I bet you we could find some dudes that want to smell some other dudes' balls.
Oh, I'm sure you could, but not nearly as many who want
especially during Pride.
John Lemon is
one
of them.
Just like saying that it's sexist just because the women's soccer team gets paid less than the men's soccer team.
Oh no!
It's
now
the
they actually
same
do
shit.
get equal pay. Now they actually do
Now
get
they
equal
do. They
pay.
didn't used to,
and
but
still
yeah.
no one is watching them.
Of course
Right.
not, because they have nothing to do with how much they're being paid.
Well, what is? Can anyone here tell me? What is so? Again, I don't care how people make money,
Honey,
but I
your
want to know.
therapist's opinion?
I need some kind of. I need to know why people do this.
Yeah, no. What kind of person does this? That's my question.
A person
What kind of
who
person
can get away
does
with
it?
it.
Mm. Someone with more money than sense.
But again,
No, right?
her ability to I don't care that she's trying to sell it. Her ability to sell it, and at $5,000 a day, that is where, again, we are we're culturally bankrupt.
No, but if her boobs really are sweating that much, she has a serious problem.
Oh, I mean, it depends on how much she's putting in each one, but yeah.
I suppose, but still.
See,
I don't know.
as a man,
Why are we debating this?
Question is,
As a-
better question, are her boobs even real?
I don't want to know.
see, as
I
a
need to
man,
know. That's something I need to know. Are they even real?
as a man, I can wholeheartedly say, I don't give a fuck about any of this.
That's
But I feel like
Yeah,
we
he has to
should.
deal with my
That's
boob sweat anyway.
Wait, no,
so-
but what do they do with this? Do they sniff it like cocaine or like what?
No, see, here's the thing. Like,
I don't wanna know.
I feel like this phenomena didn't even start with
God,
just
my
Belle
mind.
Delphine, because Belle Delphine definitely, she revolutionized it in a way where she started selling the whole like bathwater, gamer girl bathwater shit, and people bought that. Then you had Stephanie Motto doing the farts in the jar. I think it's again one of these things where in their head it makes so much sense. Like the Stephanie Motto chick, she put herself in a hospital and had to retire from her farts in the
fart
jar
jars. Yeah.
because she threw her diet so far off that she pretty much gave herself heart palpitations. Like,
Wait, was that the one that had to go to the hospital because she was doing
Yeah.
it too much?
yeah,
Yep.
Yeah, that.
like
I
it
don't
got
like-
Too much fiber and eggs in her diet.
too much, way too much, and even then, she lied to the medical practitioner about what it was that she was doing specifically. She didn't tell him or her that she was selling her farts in a jar, and like she was pretty much making herself pass win like fucking 5, 10, 15, sometimes 30 times in a day, that like on purpose, because she's retarded. And like you have
That's an
what's-
insult to the retards
Like
everywhere.
eating crayons and farting in bathtubs. Like,
Oh no, but
retarded, right?
Marines eat crayons, and most of them are not retards.
but then you also have I guess this chick here who's selling her boob sweat. Don't know how she's producing said boob sweat, but it makes her money, which means she's gonna keep doing it.
Mm.
And
Yeah,
if it means she's dehydrating herself in the process, that's again her being retarded. Now Belle Delphine, she played the
miss
market a little bit
communism.
smarter in the sense that she sold bathwater and then she just started making money off of other people's ideas. But
See, I disagree with you,
I
Sheep.
really miss Darwinism.
Yeah, and I disagree with you in the way that I don't think
for
she's
that.
retarded. I think she's smart. Maybe
no,
it's the people buying it is the problem. Again, she can sell her toenails in little plastic baggies.
Don't give her ideas.
see, and here's the counter argument to that, Shags, is that when it comes to modern times, when it comes to contemporary culture, there's the thought and there's the simp. And simps will throw money at anything that has anything to do with a girl. Not just a hot girl, but a girl in general. If a girl is offering any part of her, like, you know, her body, be it like fluids or like a hair or something like that, something that she owns, a simp will definitely wail out for that shit. So I agree. I agree with that whole, you know, them being the issue. But at the same time, it's like, you know, there's a certain level of integrity that, in my opinion, there's a certain level of integrity that tends that you will want to come into play. Is like, I am scalping people for oodles of money for something that honestly it wouldn't even. It's something that's so unsanitary that I myself wouldn't do it. But I am not. But I feel no moral obligation to feel bad for these people. Like, no, you should feel bad for these people because these are broken people. These are people who don't have the social skills available to be able to go outside and say hey to their mailman or something like that. Like, these are people who have no other real like connection with the world outside of throwing money at something so that they get like some kind of like, I guess some kind of reaction,
Right,
some
but
sense of euphoria
How does
or
that make
some.
the girl retarded?
It makes her retarded.
How?
She's retarded in the sense of like, you know, she might be putting herself in an unhealthy situation. Like if boobs aren't supposed to sweat like that, and you know, you're not taking care of that, that's a problem. Same thing with Stephanie Mato. She put herself in an unhealthy situation to which, you know, she had to retire not even like a month and a half into her craft. Like it goes both ways in a sense of like, you know, you got the simps that'll buy this and throw their rent money, the next like 2-3 months of rent money at something they don't need. And then you have the people who will put themselves at risk, like health-wise or mentally or something like that. Even
I mean, how is that different from a person who works, say, in a warehouse who doesn't necessarily pay attention to surroundings and gets hit in the head with a pallet jack?
That's just Darwinism.
That sounds oddly specific.
It is oddly specifically because it happened to me. And like,
you're still alive?
I'm still alive. Like,
no brain damage?
I'm pretty sure there's some brain damage, but
He's
like
a bit
the whole
damaged.
Exactly. But like the whole thing, what I'm getting at here is it's different if you're working and an accident happens. It's different when there is when you're risking your life to do said thing. Like, you know, I'm doing a job. My job is to transport, you know, appliances to people's houses, install said appliances, have them up and running. They got a working fridge or a working stove or something like that. So a pallet jack happens to catch me in the back of the head. That's something completely unprecedented to, oh, well, I'm eating like 15 pounds of beans a day. And like, I'm dropping I'm dropping the biggest bricks of all time out my rear. Like, the two are on completely different levels in this aspect.
Let me put this into context a little bit better for you, and I'll just sort of like rearrange what you've been saying. So you're a vending machine, like you restock vending machines, and they just so happen to sell some scented panties, some used panties, right? No, listen, you are the boob sweat girl. You are providing a service to this thing, and then someone else is buying them. I don't blame you for filling this vending machine. I mean, I kind of do, but like for filling the vending machine with used panties. Like you're trying to pay your bills. You're trying to deal on.
Where did they even get the panties?
Well, we don't ask that question.
I just did.
But the people buying these things, the people who think it's acceptable to go and purchase these things, to purchase boob sweat, like, or to purchase some fucking idiot's ass air, like,
see, and
why like this is, again, it's you're creating
a problem.
What you're doing is you're taking culture and you're smashing it with a hammer and you're saying, fuck it, I don't care, I'm done, I'm over it, this is the stuff I'm going to consume.
This is precisely why like I can agree and disagree with the whole MGTOW movement. Like, and it unfortunately has to fall onto this topic because there are certain things where it's like, you know, there are some people that are just like, all right, you know what? I think I'm just going to live the rest of my days by myself without having a partner there. And then there are others that take it to the far extreme and say, you know, women are trash and this, that, and the other, so on and so forth. It predates the MGTOW movement, in my opinion. I think this goes back to, like, you know, the destruction of the family unit.
Yeah,
pretty much the way that society sees not just men, women as well, but in this case it'd be men. The way that they see men as, like, you know, it needs to be different, things need to change, this, that, and the other. No, let men be men. They try their best, but, you know, it doesn't work out for them, and they're just like, well, you know, the culture is right, I guess I need to either concede to being a simp, a cuck, or just go MGTOW. And that's not how it should ever work. It should always be, you know, the family unit. It should be the man and the woman, you know, lock it down, and they pretty much produce a legacy, or, you know, a dynasty, a basketball team in some cases, of kids that then carry on those same traditions and keep that going. That's why humanity has existed for as long as it has. Well, right now we're at a very difficult time.
Yeah. And I think it's, my point is like, and you kind of said it, like, stuff like this. Again, I don't agree with what she's doing. I would never say that this is a good thing that women should aspire to do, because I think it creates more like ain't shit men, like you said. Like, you're not creating a strong family unit. It's one of the things I think that we're lacking, is that you don't have parents who are present in their kids' lives, who try and be there for them, and almost like in much like a good therapist, like show these kids how to think and how to, or to like teach them critical thinking. How do you think through problems on your own, and not give them the answers? Like, this is right. This is like, and this is not empowerment. Like, there's nothing empowering about selling your titty sweat. There's nothing empowering about having an OnlyFans and selling your body to the lowest bidder. You're not doing any good for yourself. And we tell women over and over again, this is it. Like, if you do this, you're powerful, you're strong, you're amazing. Again, go, if that's how you want to make money, go do it. But I do not think that you're helping the broader culture by doing that. I think you're destroying it. You're objectifying yourself. You're doing everything that you don't want men to do to you. You're openly saying, hi, I'm an object, purchase me and do what you will with it. Like,
in some cases, though, you know, it's like, if men are going to do it anyway, why not profit off it?
No, and that's why I say free market. If that's what you want to do, go ahead. I'm just not going to sit here and say, like, I will never tell a woman you can't do that. You can if you want.
That's one of the things that I'm saying as well. Is like, I agree in the sense of, like, you know, the market works as the market works. Cool, but just because the market works as the market works doesn't mean that that's the route you have to go down. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm more of an advocate of, like, I advise you not to do what you want, but I advise you against it, because it you know, to the morally correct person, if it matters to you, that's not a good look.
Right. I mean, it might be kind of a hot take in the current group, but I think people kind of neglect or turn a blind eye to the role that, I mean, not necessarily someone like this specific woman plays, but the role that the sexual market plays. For example, if it really wasn't for the whole setting up whorehouses in the middle of the West, it probably wouldn't have been tamed nearly as well, because, you know, men had a lot of reason to behave if there were women down the street in that bar, because women don't want to be somewhere where, you know, y'all are shooting each other up all the time.
Oh, dudes don't want to be there too. True. Trust me. It's just, it's assholes that have to be around.
It does have to some degree a place in society, because there are always going to be those men who can't get a woman any other way but to give her some money, and
Right.
so there's always got to be those women who are going to be willing to profit
Well,
off of it.
Yeah,
Well, I guess I
And
would-
I mean,
unfortunate.
it's not something that should obviously be prevalent, or it shouldn't be the cornerstone of society, or obviously female empowerment in any way. But at the same time, I don't think that taking it to the point that it is demonized entirely is the best idea either. There is a middle ground and acknowledgement that has to be made on both sides.
Yeah, and I can agree with that. And like again, but I think the distinction I would make is that it wasn't a noble profession then, and it's not. It shouldn't be now. You know what I mean? Like I don't think there's
shouldn't
women
be
out there that were
idolized.
aspiring. What's that?
It shouldn't be
shouldn't be
idolized.
idolized.
Right, and that's the distinction I make now. Is like now it's used as a form of empowerment. This is like strong women do this, and you can do this too. And
Open your legs for the money. That's pretty much what it sounds like to me.
I
Right,
want to
and-
say that there
So
is to some
prostitution?
degree a kickback coming in this regarding over puritanical views. I mean, I agree it shouldn't be something that any woman aspires to be,
Right.
but at the same time, there are going to be some women who that is what they want to be. And while it shouldn't be, you shouldn't be raising your kids to say, and Jennifer, if you want to, when you grow up, you can be a whore. At the same time, it shouldn't be that woman over there is a dirty, disgusting creature.
Right. No, and that is very fair. Because again, I understand too that like in anything that we do, and I think progressives in like politics and culture, like they believe that the things that they're doing are going to have like they're going to be able to reach absolute zero with things. I understand that we're not going to get rid
Yeah,
of
it's impossible.
like this. Like, I know there's always going to be people that do it or want to do it. My point has always been, and like I said, I will never say that someone can't do anything. Very liberty oriented. If you want to do something and it's in your thing, do it. I personally won't advocate for that. But if every woman in my life came to me tomorrow and said, we're opening our OnlyFans and we're doing this, I'd be like, okay, I don't think it's the best idea, but go with God.
Pretty much.
like,